American car culture versus European car culture. So I'd say there is a big difference between American and the Americans and their beloved cars, the cars that they love, and Europeans and their cars. I mean, now you can find European and American cars all over the world, but you get what I'm saying. So in America, we all know that Americans like big V8s, and I think most of us know what is the reason behind that. The reason being they have dirt cheap gas compared to us Europeans here. We have, like, in most countries, double or triple the price of gas in America. It's it's like liquid gold. It's so fucking expensive here. While as our American fellows, they can drive V8s, V10s without worrying too much about gas because it's very cheap there. As we Europeans here, we struggle with, we can't, most of us can't afford to own V8 gas cars, so we buy diesels. That's why diesels are more popular in Europe, because diesel is way cheaper than petrol here in Europe. So if you go to Europe and you look at the roads, the most types of cars you'll see compact sedans, big sedans. Now SUVs are taking over. You'll see a lot of crossover SUVs, but you'll also see small hatchbacks. And most of us car guys here like fast and nimble cars. With we try to get the most power that we can out of smaller engines, diesels for most of us, because not everyone can afford big cars. But one thing we like here in Europe is luxury interiors, and I'd say that European cars are more reliable than American cars. In the interior bit, you just can't compare European cars and American cars, because European cars outclass most American cars in that section. But Americans, I don't think that care. Most Americans don't care about that. They care about having big cup holders and having automatics. And the reason behind that is they like to pull up on driveways in, like, In-N-Out or McDonald's, the favorite fast food chains, to get a big ass burger with some extra large fries and an extra large Coca-Cola, and eat while driving, and put 5 pounds on top of the 315 that they already have. I'm just joking here, guy. And that's why they need the automatics, because they're lazy to shift, and they can't eat while driving a manual, because it's way harder. I mean, you can do it, but it's way harder than doing it while driving an automatic. And in these days, most people don't know that manuals even exist in America. Like 99% of cars that are sold there are automatics, and most people don't know how to drive manuals. Hashtag save the manuals. We have to save our beloved cars, because every car guy knows the importance and the fun of a good manual. You just can't beat it with an automatic. But here in Europe, you see a lot more manuals. normal cars are manuals here. I think that there are less automatics, but it's shifting. In Europe, it's also shifting towards automatic cars. But yeah, so and if we get into the supercar section or hypercar, you just can't compare. There is no competition between Europe and America because let's face it, in America, the only supercar that I can think of that is a nice one is the Ford GT. While as in Europe, we have every single one that you can think of. I won't even start with them. I'm gonna put a couple of pictures like Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I don't really have an Italian accent, but I'm trying. And as for hypercars,
Oh, that's quite tight off the line. That is quite close. Oh, then he just disappears into thin air. But off the line, that was way closer than I thought. Oh, he's just gone. Oh.
Europe is the king continent of them. So, pretty much today we talked about the difference between American car culture and European car culture. I can't pronounce that correctly. But nowadays there are American cars in Europe. You see them a lot more these days, and vice versa. But I think that both cultures, uh, if combined in a good way, make for a perfect thing. I'm out. If you know what I'm saying.